This is Ming the Money Alchemist. My intention for this podcast is that it amps up our manifesting game for this year. Each call will play with a topic related to money, and we'll have a practice, and we're going to have some fun around it. Please join me, and we're going to have a great time. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another episode. I was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about for the end of June, and I was going to talk about dreaming of money because that's been happening a lot for me lately. But I think I might do that in July because I came across some notes from 5 years ago. What's cool about having an iPad is that I have all my notes electronically, and I was going through them to look for something on dreaming because I've been studying quantum physics on dreaming a few years back, and I thought I'd pull up some goodies to share with you all. But I came across something that I had written 5 years ago, almost to the T of the day. And it was an exercise on what it feels like to be rich. And that actually is an exercise. What is just really cool is that it feels like the stuff that I had written had come true. So I wanted to share with you guys what it is that I had written. So I wrote about what it feels to be rich. I wrote, I like talking about money. I like talking about wealth and prosperity. It makes me happy. A lot of people feel uncomfortable talking about money. I recently was talking to a new friend, and she was telling me that it made her feel uncomfortable. And so we explored that a little bit. And, it really does go back to the way we were raised. And even for me, too, it was something that I had to rethink. But I do actually like talking about money, and I like talking about prosperity and wealth and abundance. It does make me happy. Another thing I wrote is I like to think about new ways to invest money that I haven't seen other people do. And it's been fun to explore and just to hear about different ways. And since I have written that, I have actually been able to do that and meet different people investing money in different ways. It's actually been so amazing. It's like learning a new language. It's been so fun. I also wrote, I like having a team, a financial team, be it a spiritual one, and even actual consultants. And yes, that also has happened. A spiritual, divine, financial team, why not? We can create that anytime. Also meeting other people that can give you financial assistance or financial advice or whatever it is, even if it's getting wealth emails. I think I get these emails from these wealth people, and they're kind of fun to read. Being rich to me is having money to invest in things that interest me. And it's been fun meeting different types of people who want to create something different on the planet and investing in things that are interesting. You meet some really, really cool people through this. I talked about food, and I wrote, this is a really big thing to me. For me, being rich is to be able to eat whatever I would like to and take money out of the equation. When I eat, it's because before it was coming from a lack. And I wrote about dating. Isn't that interesting? I had not thought about that. But, oftentimes I would go on a date. And because I was coming from a place of lack, I would order the cheapest thing on the menu, or I would just get a salad or whatever it is. When I was going through my money troubles, as you can read in Money Blues to Blue Money, I called it eating out of a box because I would buy those dollar meals, lean cuisines, or whatever it was. And I remember after I had studied money and gone through all of that, I told myself I would never eat out of a box again, even if I had to cook it myself, because it just reminded me of where my head was at, coming from a place of lack. If you're not coming from a place of lack, then all of those little wonderful TV dinners, as they call them, are amazing, right? But it's where your head was at. That's why, for me, it was a place of coming from lack. Another thing for me was feeling rich is sleeping to whenever I want to, or getting up because I'm working on something that I love. The main thing was keeping my own hours. And that actually happened for me too, and it was created. It's just amazing. And eating and drinking whatever I want, having certain things. It's not about money and taking making that feeling of just feeling rich, like going to yoga class. It's not because that's what retired people do. It's because that's what rich people do, or it's what you choose, or spending things on whatever it is that I want. It's that $1,000, blue money or shopping spree. It's also sending the best of the best when I send gifts. And I had this memory written down. I'd forgotten all about it. And it was this dog that had cancer. And I wanted to send doggy ice cream to him because he had never had it before. And I called 3 stores, and I ended up talking to the owner of the store. It was an amazing story and how I was able to get him doggy ice cream. And I'm going to end with that story. So with that being said, you know what? Write it out. Write it out how it feels to be rich. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me and listening in. Please go to manifestbluemoney.com for a free chapter to download from my book, Money Blues to Blue Money. See you next time.